Pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Pleasant good afternoon, 91.1 Talk City FM. You are on the Wrap It Up show with Obi and Kingsley. We are taking you all right down till you lie down. The final show for the afternoon. How are you this afternoon, Kingsley, my brother? Good afternoon.
Oh, let me say good evening to you, Obi. Let me say good evening to the listeners on 91.1 FM. And I still making some mistake with that 91 point, the Cookie station, because I know I lived there for a very long time. And sometimes when I say it, I say because I live on the Cookie station for a very long time. So let me say good evening to our listeners, the number one station in Trinidad and Tobago today, where every single one is talking about all social media bloggers, all legacy media, talking about this legacy media house here. It is the number one back again. For the last 10 years, it wasn't like nothing. TTT wasn't like nothing. 91 wasn't like nothing. But today, we can say it powerful, very powerful. It's here. All the parties come to listen to. And it's here all the parties should be advertising. All PNM in their political meeting is here. You know what I mean? Because all the politicians is here listening. You know that our program here is one of the big bad evening program, the wrap-up show. It is the number one. It is the number one at this time. From 6 to 8, there's no other talk show to listen to. No other YouTuber to listen to than 91.1 FM. Daily. Not only this hour alone. And I'm so good even to management of staff of 91.1. Obi, I do not know what you have to do, but I just have a clip into play. But
Something, man.
Yeah, it's a clip into play because you see now, Obi, and I want to thank the government yesterday, Obi, for really defending this country. And really stand up against the PNM because Obi, we have to speak about it like nearly every day. Because no matter what we bring to the table, it is a problem. Defining problem. Because the fact remains that this government is not trying to tax the people. No. This country have to get cleaned up. This country is a lawyer's country. What people believe, they could do what they want. They could drive on the road and do what they want. They believe that they could get away with it. Big trucks could go on the speed lane, drive slow, nobody telling them nothing. The country is a lawyer's country. And sometimes when you break the law, you have to pay. So how could you be calling that is a tax on the people? You cannot be calling that will be a tax on the people when you break a law. And if you have to bring stronger measure that the people could break the law, it's all well and done.
True.
Because when you have a weak link and they know that a traffic fine is $200, but I could pay that $200. Well, when they know it's $15,000, you think they're going to break the law less than their money? So when the government, the opposition stay whole day yesterday, telling the government, but I want to thank Minister Saddam Hussein, and he said it right in Parliament yesterday, because the one talking shouldn't be talking. Your favorite friend, short man, in boot. I know you have
Why
a
you
name.
like to always tell people these people is my friends, boy?
No, he just call him a name, so that's not your friend. I mean friend like me. Yes, I mean friend like me and you, but you know what I mean. So I would have the clip there, Obi, because Obi, and I wanted to listen to it, and after you could give your opinion box on it. Yes. So listen to the clip that we hear what going on. Yes.
A man who presided over the Treasury for the last 10 years, who increased gas 5 times in this country, come to lecture us about the little man. The little man. But you see, I have some questions for the member for Diego Martin Northeast. Because he talks about us pressuring the little man and the poor people. But, Mr. Speaker, I have a list of cabinet recusals in my possession. I ask that my friends stop fear-mongering and spreading propaganda, Mr. Speaker, that we are only taxing, Mr. Speaker. That is absolutely untrue. A fine is not a tax. A fine is that you have a legal obligation under the law. If you break that law, the sanction is you will attract a fine. So I don't understand what they are telling us today, that we are not taking care of the small man. One of the first things we did in our budget while the minister was speaking was reduce super gasoline by $1. You all forget that? You all forgot that? One of the first things we did was repeal the dreaded property tax law. And one of the second things we did was repeal the dreaded TTRA legislation, Mr. Speaker. That is what we did. So miss me with the fake outrage when I come to talk about the small man. Miss me with that. Don't tell me about that. Mr. Speaker, gone are the days where you will have cabinet ministers recusing themselves 60, 70, 80, and sometimes 90 times, Mr. Speaker, from cabinet decisions because it benefits their own self, their friends, or their family, Mr. Speaker. You see, none of us on this side, Mr. Speaker, would recuse ourselves from the cabinet when it comes to fiscal measures in the budget or finance bills. Because when we take decisions in the cabinet, Mr. Speaker, it is to take decisions for all of Trinidad and Tobago and not the select few. Not the select few, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this government, we are ensuring that we protect the people from the PNM and the criminals. I thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, well, I would have listened to this whole thing in detail yesterday. And they did cut out a lot of his zingers because he had some harder shots
yes,
in that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Money Leprechaun, that little man not in no position to talk about the little man. Because all that little man did for the 9 years he was there was pressure bigger men than he. That little man pressure bigger men than he. That little man, let me tell you something, eh? I tell you, they're out of touch. And they've been out of touch for a very long time. This government has come in at a time when this nation needed a change. It needed a shake-up. The mere fact that this man, and let me tell you something, you know what is so funny about it? Everybody talking about protests and riot. This man laughed. Money Leprechaun sat down in front of cameras and laughed at the nation, you know. Mm-hmm. And say that we ain't right yet. And maybe he should raise it a little more.
To see if we go riot.
If we go riot. And people sat down there.
Clapping.
And they take this thing like it's nothing. And you know, it's so many things. Listen. I have so much gripes with our former government. Them want to talk about tax. Kingsley, I buy a couple items for the studio the other day online. You see that 12% tax
he put on.
That Money Leprechaun put on?
Yep. Online. Yep.
Let me tell you something.
Explain them.
Watch how bad things get now. Most of the banks, you can't shop with your credit card properly no more. Yep. JMMB have a limit on the card which is just 100 US. Mm-hmm. Majority of the things that most people just buy online crossing 100 US. Mm-hmm. So you have to be bouncing all over the place. And they did that. And you know what was their sole purpose for doing that? You want to know what his sole purpose for raising that online tax war? Because he couldn't stand, and his friends couldn't stand, and let me be correct, exactly his friends.
Friends and financiers.
The financiers couldn't stand that Trinis was shopping online and was bringing in majority of the things.
TV, stove.
Everything.
Everything. You have to hear thing for your hair.
Everything. Mm-hmm. Because you see now, when that happened, when he raised that 12%, you know what was booming at that time? Skybox. Everybody was running to open a Skybox company.
Truth.
because the masses were shopping online. We wanted to bring in everything.
So he was taxing the people.
Right? And that was tax.
Yep. Truth.
That was tax. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you all must be sleeping on that rock or some kind of thing.
It does.
But I will tell you all this. I was never a PNM Pinata and I'll never be one. You see that stupid stick always get licks with?
Yes. As I say, Obi, I born a PNM, but we didn't die a PNM, you know.
Listen.
And I ain't dying a PNM.
Listen.
Can you?
You all, let me tell you, the next thing that has amazed me is the gall, boy. The confidence in how they does. For him to, let me tell you something, I can't be a politician, you know. Because I telling you,
Behave
I might,
yourself in parliament. Behave yourself.
Politics, China politics will be all man just jump over and kung fu the stuff.
Behave yourself in politics.
Listen.
Behave yourself in parliament.
Because they just blatantly lie.
Yep.
They don't even try to sugarcoat it.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah.
Literally. And listen, we talking about that. I will always remember the statement he made in parliament when they was adjusting the rates on when they was adjusting the time on foreign used cars. I remember that statement that man stand up in parliament and that man talk about doubles. He wanted to know how the little doubles vendor affording a Mercedes Benz like he own. I remember that statement. And I sat down and I said in my head, so wait now, because you in parliament and you could buy a Benz, you find the average man on the road shouldn't be able to have what you have. So you deliberately adjust the age limit on vehicles to make sure that a specific class of citizens don't have access to those cars. By changing the CC range on the engine and stuff like that. When Basdio Pandey did the complete opposite. He saw a need for the people to have transportation, affordable transportation, and he opened up the market for we to get an opportunity to have. It's like PNM, listen, I am convinced that PNM just don't like, listen, all they're really living up to the name of all their party, the Pipers National Movement. Because all they clearly want to keep all their voter base like Pipers. Why does PNM feel that people don't deserve nice things? And then you talking about tax? Them for real, Kingsley?
Obi, if this country in focus, we will go back the same way we was, and we had to be really focused in this country and miss all the fake news. We dismiss every single thing. Because you say, Obi, this online thing, it hurt people pocket. People that feel disappointed when they hear in will come in parliament. 10 budget, you read. 10 mid-year budget. And it was nothing for the people.
Nothing.
As the minister say, the first budget read, take away $1 away. People like me and you who are old car could go now and fill up and get extra gas in our car. And I'm telling you, Obi, for the next budget, diesel go and get a blind, premium go and get a blind, pensioners go and get something. I'm telling you that.
Listen, we have a society that needs so many things. And so many things this government has taken out of the reach of people. Banks now hold citizens at ransom for their own money in this country. They have allowed banks to become so powerful. And not only that, they close off the market to certain things that could allow Trinidadians to make income. Certain opportunities that we could network with international markets to get online US bank cards and things. Trini's always looking for some kind of loophole to make $1 internationally. And it's because they have kept here third world on purpose. If you all know, and this is why I say, boy, I choose to gatekeep because of how I know the society is. But let me tell all you Trini something. It have real money to be made online. It have real ways to tap into that US market to get US dollars. And I am telling you all, in my quest to find all the ways to access those things, the common denominator every time I got a breakthrough was Trinidad and Tobago government stifling it. And who was the government at that time? The PNM, who controlled this place for the number of years. And you all don't see that. The cars and things. Look, just the other day I watched a guy put out a video asking, why are cars in Trinidad and Tobago so expensive and they're so outdated? The boy living overseas and the boy saying Trinidadian people could drive better cars than what they are driving for way cheaper than what the markup is for a car in the country. Somebody exploiting the system. And they've been doing that for so long. And we become accustomed to it now. So, you know what I just tell people? You see, when you get so used to being feed bread and sugar water, you believe that is as good as life could get. But you know, if a day somebody come and they put cheese between that bread and they toast it and they get it and they add milk to your sugar water, ask yourself a genuine question. You want to go back to sugar water and bread? Plain bread?
I mean, some people want to go back there. Some people want to go back there. Because I see a East Indian fella telling the UNC to resign on social media. I said, well, these people sick. I said, these people ill. Because again, Obi, you see now, this country, to me, want a lawless society. This country, to me, want a country with a prime minister like Rowley.
Like Mugabe.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the leader, the mother of the nation, is too nice.
Yeah.
It's too kind.
Yeah.
And yesterday when you see and the prime minister in parliament and she stand up there and she read and she tell you, we'll be our next one, we will play today. I think it's 1 minute.
Yeah, that was this one we didn't get to play.
Yes, and when she tell you about the kids.
Well, let me run that. Let me run that one time.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I continue to be astonished by the temerity of those on the other side. Today, very concerned about our nation's children, because when they had the opportunity to do so, to take care of the children for the past 10 years, they failed so to do. And even after that 10 years, in this last session of this Parliament, they failed to support children. They failed to support their children's life. However, my government is fully committed to protecting our nation's children. We have adopted a whole-of-government approach to safeguarding children. We have strengthened collaboration amongst the Children's Authority, the TTPS, the Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of the People and Social Development and Family Services to ensure that vulnerable children are identified earlier and protected more effectively. We have accelerated efforts to strengthen children protection systems, improve case management, and enhance information sharing amongst agencies so that warning signs do not fall through the cracks. We are also working to increase frontline capacity within agencies responsible for child welfare and family support, recognizing that prevention begins long before a crisis occurs. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
So they're basically strengthening the upkeep of the children. But you know, that is so interesting because you remember when the young lady, I can't remember her name is evading me right now, when she brought the whole situation of what was taking place in the children homes to the nation. You remember what happened to her? Mm-hmm. She was fired. And then only to find out now that we had somebody who was questionable running in the Children's Authority and he had to lose his job too because apparently children wasn't safe around him.
Yeah, you're right. And Obi, you see now, they can't question this Prime Minister about cane for children, a children hospital, a life fund for children. She gave the
Children like to be around she more.
yes, more. The first Caribbean leader give children laptops. No Caribbean leader did it in that time. Now they
And she's still giving.
And she's still giving.
Really trying to tell them
Right?
not to take it.
She opened her baby grant for mothers, Obi.
And Keith really stop it.
Stop it, right? That when you don't make a child and you don't have the money for about 6 months,
Right.
you're getting a stipend, a small
Right.
money, $600, $600 or $700.
You wanna know what else that little man stopped to?
Yeah.
The grandmothers who have cerebral palsy.
Yes.
Who children have cerebral
That
palsy.
is the worst.
He stopped that.
That is the worst because you could have stay home now and see about a child
Yeah.
and get a little fun.
Let me tell you something. I have a friend who has a son with cerebral palsy.
Yep.
The girl cannot have a life because she has to stay with this little child. Well, he's not a little child no more. He's actually taller than his mother now.
Yep.
And she's had to physically lift this child and move. And they stopped that grant. I remember that girl called me crying, you know. You know what she's doing now to take care of her son? She's crocheting, you know, Kingsley. She cannot go and get a job, you know. She have nobody to assist her, you know, Kingsley.
Yep.
And this man stopped that grant, you know. And the thing is, I just wonder how these people comfortable with these things. And you know is the thing they don't watch? Every time. Perfect example, little man. You remember when Money Leprechaun raised minimum wage? They raised minimum wage. And then they started to raise food. They raise fines. They come with the traffic infractions, right? The demerit points,
Oh, yeah.
and all these different things. But you want to know what was one of the things that stood out to me when I started to notice how messed up in the head PNM Pinatas is? It was that RIC bacchanal. And let me tell you how I looked at it. On one side, you had the RIC wanting to raise current, right? The bill, they were saying that the taxpayer is supposed to take the bill when the government is who owing and take the most, eh? But they was trying to palm the bill off, the debt off on the citizens when the government who had the highest bill. But here was the thing that made me notice how loony PNM voter base was. On one hand, you had Keith and them saying, let the people take the taxes, let them take the brunt of this, the RIC going to raise current and thing, we are the RIC beat. And on the other hand, you had the United National Congress fighting, saying, don't put the bill on the taxpayers, charge commercial residents, meaning all them big shot who are building and storage, charge them, raise the current on them, and let the government pay off the bills over time.
Yep.
When that argument was taking place, you want to know what was the thing that stood out to me in that? You had Afro-Trinbagonians, because I saw the interviews on them when they was doing the interviews, saying, we don't see nothing wrong with PNM raising the bill.
Yes.
Why them people and them quarreling?
You
Let the current go up. Ting. And you had UNC on the other side fighting, begging to keep this current down
for poor people.
for poor people.
We'll be alright. You're definitely right.
And you know what I had to ask myself? I call a virgin in T and Tech. I say, brother, I could ask you a question. Huh? He said, what is that, boy? I say, by chance you have Indo-Trinbagonian and Afro-Trinbagonian switching T and Tech?
PNM.
I said, have a PNM and UNC switching in T and Tech?
Only PNM house.
He was like, what shit, but it's you asking me? I said, bro,
No,
you watching this RIC bacchanal? And you know what his response was? He was like, boy, them people real dunce, boy.
And property tax too.
They quarreling to keep they were saying, let the current raise.
Obi, but property tax too. They were saying, hey, let me pay property tax, let me pay property tax. And I mean, most of them have no property, eh? Most of them PNM people have no property. They pay rent for 62 years in this country.
I had to organize an interview with Barry Padarat. I had to ask Padarat if it had something in Wassa Water over the last 10 years that used to specially get shift
Yes.
to certain constituencies in this country. Because it had to be that it had something in that water, boy. Kingsley, what's going on? Let me take a quick break. Let me come
Because
back and take calls. Because
go on YouTube, the live not build up. I mean, we are also on YouTube, we are also on Facebook. I think it's a very short break, and we come back, we're going to interact.
It's a real short
We're going to
break.
take your calls as we come back in, so start dialing that phone one time.
Yeah, for real. Start to dial that phone one time. Don't stick on it.
6222 4911.
Right, man.
Yes.
Callers, we'll be back very shortly.
Your stories.
Segment of World Football ignites with the final VAR, victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT live online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR, victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT live online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites.
I've never been to Tobago, you know, so if I go to Tobago Carnival and something nice jamming over there, or they ain't sure for me to come back here, you know,
so
they might have to host the show over there. I might live in Tobago.
I know that is some kind of secret. All right, leave it as that. That's not a secret.
You understand? Right?
You understand what I said?
The cameraman, make sure they see me. Wink, wink. Tobago. Yeah? You understand?
Yeah.
Right, so we take it.
Yes, here we go, Obi. Yeah, let's go.
Caller, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're talking about Ingboot.
Yeah, Money Leprechaun.
Yeah, he works. He buy a piece of land where people to play on. He bought that land and put dirt on it. So nobody can go on the land again to watch, to see by the house, build the house. And build the house on government land.
I heard it.
Okay then, caller, thanks. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello, good day, man.
Good day.
Professor Obi. I call you Professor Obi.
Okay, I'm taking that.
And Kingsley.
And Kingsley.
Yeah, he's a powerful guy. But here's the problem. The PNM knows everything what they are saying is lies. But they just can't help themselves. So what happens now, everything is rolling out in the positive with this UNC government. So they're afraid the rollout. They're afraid the blueprint. They're afraid everything what will be positive for the people.
Yeah.
So they're just trying all how. But as I said, the march would not work. Everything will be backfiring. But what you all need to do is to have a backfire segment. So all the lies and all whatever it is to try and backfire them, you all bring it on.
Well, yeah, I just do that, you know. When you hear me say the PNM would keep taking L's, that is what I mean. L's mean losses. There's losers. So anytime you hear me say the PNM take a L, it's because they lost something again. Something they tried didn't work.
So what you need to do now is that big bat from down Diego Martin, who called yesterday or sometime and trying to argue with you. She's a crook. Okay, man.
Okay then, caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Caller.
Volume a little bit.
Caller. That PNM. Go with him. Yeah.
Yeah. We taking calls, people. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, boy, Kingsley and Obey, boy.
Yo.
Yeah, bless up, yeah. My PNM are good for this country, boy. I think they turned this up, yeah. Cocoa this up, yeah. Coffee, train, boy. Bless all your boys.
And money. Don't forget money. Money does disappear too. Yeah, listen, these people, they're wild. And I tell you, I remember that RIC thing. And I was like, you all seen the government fighting to keep all your bills low in opposition. And they wanted to raise.
Yep.
Caller, good afternoon.
You're alive.
Yeah. Obi, Kingsley, good day. How are you going?
I do this quite stay very long to see.
You always get hung up there.
Oh yes, boy, yeah, boy. I know you're quick on that show too, eh?
Yeah.
You're quick on that show. Look at these PN. What I realize Trinidadians, majority of them, they don't want better Trinidad. Because I asked somebody, I say, if the government has to deal with the litter problem, I say one of the main things they got to do is implement fines and enforce it. I say if the government charge you $500 when you throw a cigarette bottle on the street, $1,000 if you throw a water bottle, with the population going and say, oh, they're too wicked, this and that, but how we going to fix that problem?
Caller, when they go some countries and they see the place clean, they say, wow, that country clean. But because it have fine and it have rules for throwing things on the ground.
Fine, it have countries where you making jail
for that.
No, but it have majority of these countries where we just look at and enjoy. What are the kind of laws they have? Kind of draconian kind of laws they have. And if it is the people so obedient, why you have those laws? Or is it those laws that have the people so obedient?
Exactly.
And that is the people that ask themselves.
Yep.
We want a better country. Stop complaining. Somebody complaining about the thing, the coconut thing. I say, you know, when PNM put this fine on people who have the APRIs, 100,000 or so, they never hear about that. I say, how come all doesn't hear when PNM regulating the industry?
Because like Keith say,
UNC do it.
Yeah. Like Keith say, the reason why they doesn't hear is like Keith say, they out of the cotton picking mind, they just pick the cotton and they stick it in the ears.
Stick brick in the ears.
That is what.
Had to be, boy. Had to be. Enjoy the evening. Right? Continue the good work.
Yeah, man. And not only that, you know, is the thing that cracked me up too today? The unions and them. You know why I love Kamala Pasabi Sasa for? And people is understand there's a certain bond me and that little old lady have in them. You know what I love Mrs. Bissessa for? Mrs. Bissessa has a dark sense of humor like myself. And I'll play something just now that shows all you how dark her sense of humor is. Caller, good afternoon.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Kingsley and Obi. Good afternoon.
Yes, man.
Question. Kingsley, how soon people like yourself, Obi, Michael Kerr, all the bloggers and the people who support the administration, when are we going to put something in place to get the root of the country in a sort of way? You can't leave all the work for the politicians. You can't leave all the work for the Ministry of National Security. The activists and them must do things within the community. How far we reach in putting things together? How many minutes are we keeping in the community centers? And these are things I want to put in the public space. We can't just pop up just so and leave all this strain onto the government and have the PLM meeting. You look like if we know what we're doing. Because there's a way to make these children live and play together in peace, and it will happen by the grace of God once you all put your head together, locked on and listening.
Okay, then.
Yep. Thank you.
Trust me, it's happening. Things planning. And by the way, I am not a blogger, right? I am not a vlogger neither. And I'm not an influencer or an activist.
Yes.
I am a content creator, right? I have a production company that does media production, and I just do political commentary because I like pissing off the PNM voter base. And that is just it, right? But I want to play this clip, caller hold. Let me play this clip because I want you all to see. I want you all to see how dark my Prime Minister's sense of humor is, and how she does her jobs. And this is what PNM didn't have in the last 10 years. They were disrespectful, they were nasty, and they don't know how to do picong in a nice way. So listen to this clip here.
These people delivered a letter to my office yesterday, and a response will be forthcoming, I think 13 of them. And I said it is oxymoronic. You're outside the office of the Prime Minister, and you're saying you cannot protest, but you're out there, 13 people gathered in an assembly. You deliver this letter. Let's listen to this now. You're complaining about these regulations, called the prohibition regulations. Several of you spoke about it on the other side. And you're saying, all right, look, you're depriving us of our rights, and why we have only 500 meters that we can come, and we cannot come less than that outside the Parliament, outside other places. Mr. Speaker, I took the time to do a little measuring, not with a measuring tape, but I did this. Trinidad and Tobago has a land area of 5,131 square kilometers. Trinidad and Tobago, I repeat, has a land area of 5,131 square kilometers. The area around the 15 buildings listed in the regulation covers 11.77 square kilometers. You know what, Mr. Speaker? 0.23% of our total land area in Trinidad and Tobago. 0.23% of total land area in Trinidad and Tobago. Therefore, all citizens have 5,119.23 square kilometers of land where they can protest.
Listen, that is how you tell somebody, hey, he's a dotish idiot, without actually being insultive and telling them, he's a dotish idiot. And you know what I love about it? Is the satire. She calm, she cool, she collective. She ain't get none of them 13 union leaders, no kind of cloud. You hear how she referred to them? She said 13 persons were outside my place. And they were saying that their rights and freedom to protest is not allowed, but only outside my place. 13 only outside my place is a gathering. Did you all get permission from the TTPS to gather outside the Prime Minister's place to bring all their letter of protest? Right?
Is Philippines they went? Or Philippines? Southside or by the Savannah?
No, they went.
Philippines.
Yeah, exactly.
And San Fernando?
And the thing is how she do it. And then she said, well, you know what? After they delivered the letter, and she used a word I love to use, she said the oxymorons.
So, how the union never go, all these people, and them as she call them, all these people, them never go
in front of Rowley House.
In Glencoe down there.
Yeah, because apparently the GPS don't work down that side, right? She said, so these oxymorons, I decided to do some measuring, and I was like, "What's that?" I tell you, Kingsley, I watched this yesterday, and I cry, you know. She literally tell them that they're stupid without even saying it, you know.
Look, I hear this on the next program earlier on, David and them. David saying that the noisemaker on that SOE 19 times she protests on that SOE. How you get you? She get you. Nowhere in the world they could see that.
Yeah.
It's a Democrat country.
Yeah.
We live in free.
Yeah.
So what is the problem?
The problem is they ain't no sense. No. And that is what I like. She picked them apart with tact and diplomacy.
The problem
and she tell them they have 0.23% of Trinidad and Tobago is where all they can protest.
Yes. Protest in all your yard. They come by my house and protest for.
Take
the call.
Okay, go on. Callers come, call in. But yeah, boy. Caller, good afternoon.
Let me give you this joke. I live in the oil field area, Faizabad, Crest Camp, and all these places that BP and Tesoro develop for the workers to live in. So I live in one of those areas. And we were getting free gas, free electricity, and water from the company. But what happened now? The PNM government took it. And all down point where they used to get current from Shell and so on. And you know, because the PNM government took it, those same people are saying that's good because Trinidad didn't like too much of freeness and still lost the gas and water, free water. So Manning took it, it's okay. So they say Trinidad didn't like too much of freeness, so that's good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, caller.
Yeah, drive the vehicle.
The
vehicle, the car. Caller,
good afternoon.
Monsieur, call me back.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, 10 minutes
she
to
picked
go.
them apart. Yes. Easy. And she just was like, look how stupid you all are. This whole thing is redundant.
They are.
And you notice all of a sudden, you ain't hearing Rara again, right?
No.
Rara gone silent.
Must take the call.
Caller, good afternoon. Lower your volume, please.
Hello?
Yeah?
Okay. Right, so you guys convinced me, right, that UNC might be good. But the question is, what can young people like myself do, right, to really, like, help Trinidad?
What?
Because, like, from what I'm hearing, from all the history, that we used to have, like, a lot of, good stuff going on. I remember, like, a while back I was hearing that the first line of latitude in the Western Hemisphere used to run through Laventille and Observatory Road. So what is it we can really do, right? So where can we really start? So what can one man do, or even, like, a group of us do?
To do what? To improve the nation?
Yeah, accent.
Yeah, like to help the nation. Like,
It seems
like the PNM has a lot of backing.
Well, listen, and that is the purpose of the talk shows and the different things. Listen, you can't force people to change. You have to change their minds. And in order for their minds to change, you have to put knowledge that isn't there into it. Right? And when it comes to the PNM voter base, the PNM has done an excellent job of keeping them in the dark.
You cannot change their mind. I could tell you that.
I'm going to tell you, let me tell you what is the concept of an average PNM voter caller. Do you know how you grow mushrooms?
Not quite.
Okay. To grow mushrooms, you throw manure on it and you keep it in the dark. That is the mindset of the average PNM voter base.
Oh my gosh.
You understand now? So what you need to do is remove that and bring them into the light. Let them understand that they deserve better, that they deserve to be treated better. Educate them on the histories. Show them where millions, not millions, trillions of dollars that could have made their lives better was taken away from them by a political party. And that's how you bring about the change.
Thanks, caller. Obi, take rename there and hold him. Obi, when I come here, Obi, when I come here, it is not to convince PNM people, because it's very hard to convince them. It's very hard to convince. I was one of the PNM who UNC convinced to come over, right? But it's very hard. It is a very hard work, Obi, to convince the PNM. The PNM is PNM. It's the 300 and something thousand people who's the base. You can't convince them, you know.
You feel so?
No, you can't convince them. And means I'm trying.
Then we ain't serving no purpose here.
No, yes, we will convince the independent thinkers, the UNC supporters, that the ones on them who want the fence. This is what we are talking to. Not the PNM sycophants, not the PNM fanatics. This is what we are coming for. We try to come to the independent thinkers because them go think on their own.
The critical thinkers.
Yes. This not rapid PNM balize in the mind. So we take back and we go continue.
Paul, good afternoon, brother.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, Jetta. Let me tell us, all they would convince them, they would understand, but they would still go and vote for PNM. Trust me.
Wow.
You would convince them, they would agree with everything you say, they would see it, they would have all the logical reasoning, and they would say, yes, we understand that PNM has done this wrong. But when you see they're ready, they go and vote for PNM back.
You're right.
That's the syndrome, they call it. Let me tell you something. The gentleman just asked what we could do to make Trinidad a better place. When I was growing up and thing, I used to always be like impressed and intrigued by people who invent things, the car and all these kind of things. So I always used to be doing all kind of nonsense to see what I could invent to be this super rich human being like a Elon Musk or some kind of thing. And after trying to make the place a better place, or find out if I could get some cure for AIDS or something to be outstanding and to make the world a better place. When it dawned to me that the only way I could make this world a better place is to ensure that the children that comes from me are well raised, well mannered, and good citizens to live back in this world, so that I could contribute to a better place. And when you look at a lot of people, mostly the people who support the PNM and live in the East-West corridor, tell me if them doing that. How much are the homes that you could say children coming out from? We see them fighting in the schools, we see them doing all kind of things. Could say, hey, hear what? This human being came from me. It is my responsibility. When I leave this world, I don't know if it's about hell or heaven. I don't know where I'm going. But the only thing that will represent me when I leave this world is the DNA I left back. And if the DNA I left back is prison, if the DNA I left back is a piper selling drugs and becoming a criminal, then you didn't have no life after that. You just waste your time on this earth.
Yeah.
So when I decided and be knowledgeable that the only thing I could leave and make the most impression in this planet is to ensure that the children them that I raise are well. And the irony about this whole scenario, the two children that I raise in Trinidad and Tobago, I am so disappointed that I have to leave back two educated, well-rounded citizens that would not be able to contribute to Trinidad and Tobago because they don't want to live there because of the scenario where PNM put Trinidad and Tobago in.
Yeah.
Have a good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Think about it.
And I wanna add a little bit to what Barkpaw said.
And I'm going to think. Wait, thoughts. When Barkpaw talk, Eric and them must get offended because you know why? He hit it. He didn't say he proud.
Yeah.
To not he grow up two children. He take a sacrifice. He lead them in the wilderness.
Yeah.
He send them out there early to do nothing. But he stay them. True. And he proud of them. And now they're doing good. Yep. But they're going to leave and wherever they are. Yeah. Out there. But I thank you for your contribution, boy. I understand it well. It's not racist talking, huh? Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you, great gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Yes, man,
There's a politician there that you all calling all the time. I'm going to give you the story about that guy. Because I live in a place where he used to come very regular.
How long
And
is
I
this
remember
story
he
going to
took
be,
it-
sir? Because
Yeah,
we had a
very short. Here we go. Here we go with the story fast. Here we go.
So you want to call us back
Back-
and give us the story in the second
No,
hour?
no, it's
We're
very
going fast.
short.
Go ahead fast. By seconds. Go ahead.
He took
By
he took
seconds. Go
in
ahead.
sick.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, he took in sick. He took in sick in Trinidad, and he jumped on a plane and he headed to Miami. And when he came here, it was just a gas station. That's to tell you how we utilize the Trinidad people's money. And you call his name a lot of times is it tonight. And he was acting prime minister on many occasions. That's my contribution.
Okay, that's
And you know who it is.
Yeah,
In
man.
birth.
Yeah, money leprechaun.
We don't know
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
not-
that we're talking about in birth.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this and to add on what Barack Poe said,
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
When my mom was in her final days, I remember I asked
Sorry
her a
to hear
question.
about that.
And I said, Mom, do you have any regrets? And you know what she told me? She said, I have no regrets. She said, I have amazing children.
Proud of you.
All of them are successful.
Proud of you.
None of them are criminals.
Yes.
And I am extremely proud of them. And people, we are going to their play draw now.
And the news.
And the news.
We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Stay lock on. Don't go nowhere.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balakaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balakaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals.
And I just come out here to do right. So whether day or night, I will never, ever share.
Pleasant good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago 91.1 Talk City FM family. So I want to say special good afternoon to everybody on the Facebook and YouTube. Special good afternoon to Patricia Reed, the #1 PNM Sicko fans. And yes, Patricia, I am in the chat. You see, that's how you had to deal with all your PNM Sicko fans. I had to put my big, heavy foot on all your neck.
Yes, Obi.
Right?
So
I will come in the chat.
And I hope Patricia will be sharing the
Right?
YouTube, you know.
Yes.
Share the YouTube to
Yes.
PNM people and
Right?
them.
I will come in the chat. And let me tell you something. Do not think that my moral and ethical code is so high that I will not come down in the gutter to meet a PNM gutter rat. I will come down in the I will come in the chat for
Right,
you.
right
Understand?
there. Right there.
We going right down till we lie down
So we
because
have-
you love it here. That's why
Yes.
it does be here every evening. We is the reason why your heart's still pumping. We just keep your blood pumping every day. So
But-
you should say thanks.
You know what is said? I need Granny for a while, right?
Yeah, but I need Granny for a while.
I hope
Granny
you
calling.
Calling Granny. Sorry.
We lost that one. Call her good afternoon.
Well, it's not Granny.
Neither thing. As long as
You
you,
know,
we use
I'll
grandpa.
tell you something, eh? Obi, you have a kind of attitude that
Really?
is
You find
really
so?
and truly repugnant.
Okay then.
Let me tell you why, eh?
Go ahead.
This station is a taxpayer station. It doesn't belong to the UNC.
Okay then.
Right?
Mhm.
So that when people call you on this station and want to express their feelings,
Mhm.
allow them to express it.
Okay then.
You have a man like Barco who has come here and he used you as a crutch to denigrate all African people, and you're saying, yeah. And you can't allow people to call to respond.
Okay then.
What do you want to respond
I am
about?
listening to you guys this evening, and I am so appalled by the type of things that
What
is
you
being
want
said.
to respond about?
All right, hear this one.
Mm.
These people don't somebody. They gather by the Prime Minister house with tape and thing, and they claim that they can't come to protest.
Mm.
They weren't protesting. They did not come out there with a mission, a protest. They came out there to say that this what you have done that tell us that we have to be 500 meters away is wrong.
Okay then.
Always
That's
wrong.
what I came to say.
Hold on, let me finish.
And the only way you could say that a dotish and a baby is because you say that you didn't put out a 500-meter distance. But you did. And you haven't enforced. That was wrong in this country. You have a man like Marco coming to talk about, only he raises children right. Them African people like Kingsley and the rest of them, they ain't do it. So we have all them then like.
Don't mention my name in that. No. Don't mention me. Eric, don't mention my name in that. Don't mention me in that.
Let him
He's speaking about you, all the people.
Are you an African?
Let him get his 2 minutes.
Are you an African?
Wait.
Okay, good. So let me tell you something. I hate people who take me and they stereotype me because my hair curly.
Okay then,
I
Eric.
hate that.
Right. Okay, Eric. Enjoy your evening.
Eric, thanks, Eric. Caller.
Right.
Thanks,
Caller, good afternoon.
Thanks, caller, one time.
Yeah, evening. First time caller. Hey,
First time
this
caller.
is not 106.1. I just call in the morning and you and people and say I get time to talk.
Thank you very much.
Channel.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
When you and Rowley Jr., you understand, all kind of hours to talk. And you and people are just stay quiet. And for me, the play that the contact came to one opinion is one of the top three most lasting them. You understand? And keeping them. They can't give the opinion. You and people can't give their opinion on their morning program. But you, Maritaria and Rowley Jr., all you have free will to say what you want. And then
Not here.
all you have free will to say what you want, and you won't stand them going on at all. You and see people always saying raining, and I don't want you to see it. And from the time you say something off, they get cut off and they get black.
Yeah.
There is not that channel. Try again.
But don't worry. Let me tell you something.
I call out the call, sorry, Eric.
Let me tell you something. I have a song drop for Eric, you know. I just didn't get to. The guy wasn't here for me to upload it. But trust me, Eric, I have a song drop for you. And when you call in, you'll get a song drop.
I want to.
And before you continue, I want to say something, Eric. I am not an African. I'm not an African. I wasn't born in Africa. And you see that? You see the stupid slavery narrative? Hold on, Barakpo. Yeah. You see the stupid slavery narrative that you could all your PNM sycophants have?
Race,
and
right,
I do suffer. Let me tell you what I am, Eric. I'm a Trinidadian. Born Trinidad and Tobagonian. I'm not an African. I wasn't born in Africa. If you are an African, then why are you here? Go back to your country.
True.
Go back to your country, Eric. I am a descendant of a Grenadian whose father was an African slave. I am not an African. I'm a Trinidadian. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, not in Africa. If you know that you are from Africa, then why are you listening to a Trinidad and Tobago talk station? Go listen to an African talk station.
We bring Barakpo.
Barakpo.
No, Barakpo is getting vexed though.
Yeah, and that's why this give Barakpo a time to talk.
No, normally I don't respond to ignorance and pure stupidity.
Yeah, we don't address stupidity. But anyway, we'll make a special occasion for that today.
I'll give this a special one. You see how to bring out the same things what these idiots just be saying that how PNM is not an African party. Play back my contribution and see if any part of it I mention African.
Yeah, you didn't.
And then he come to respond and say I say about African people.
Yeah.
Because he now say PNM is African. So that means he justify what it is trying to debunk that PNM is not an African party, is a national party. You see how I could play with these with ignorance and foolishness with these fellas. And for his information, let me let him know something. And it's my personal business. There's a woman called, and I could call her name without any sort of conviction or any sort of asking permission. Miss Margaret Brown from Londonville.
Yeah.
Spent 20 years in my home when one of my daughter was 2 and the other one was born.
Yeah.
She came into my home every single day. If you put she and Twiggy together, they would pass as twins. Same Rasta hairstyle, African lady. Came into my home for 20 years every single day. Cook my food. Take care of my children. In my entire home. I took her around the world on holidays. Not as a servant, not as anything, as a woman that I respected. And at any time, she would listen to people like Eric and them she would slap them in their face, literally. Not saying
Yeah, no, understand. Yeah,
violence
we
or
understand.
anything. Yeah. Because you see the dotishness these fellas them just try to portray.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I could right now bring more African people to stand behind me.
Yeah.
To justify the type of person I am than Indian people. But you see the truth.
Yeah.
There's a hard pill to swallow with ignorance. When you know what is keeping you back. And that same lady, she never traveled nowhere in the world yet. I ensured that she gets her passport, took her away. Now she's independent. She couldn't even speak a proper language because when I bring her into our homes and say, well, you know, I am working, my wife is working and thing, and if you would accept this job as a housekeeper, not no servant or no slave or anything, as a housekeeper, we are paying you a good, decent salary. We are paying NIS for you, and she accepted the job. And there were hundreds and thousands of people of East Indian descent I could have hired in my home.
Yeah.
But I did my interview and I told my wife, I said, this is the person. She just called my second daughter with my child. You understand?
Yeah.
She raised that baby from birth. The first day she come out from the hospital, Miss Margaret was there. That took care of my child. Day and night, she would spend nights in my home. So let Eric and Baraktarian with the dotishness don't come with me because I just say what I see and I know the downfall of the people and who we talking about. And it's the PNM and it starts with Eric Williams.
Yep.
And where I work in, where I used to work and thing before offshore and thing, the majority of the people that come and hold in the technical jobs was Indian people.
Yep.
The majority of the African that came out on the platform, they come to beat Olayan and do utility jobs and thing. I used to sit with these fellas them and talk to them and tell them, hey, here what, there's opportunity here. Those study to, and you wouldn't believe these fellas used to come to make like 7 days and walk with a bag with a kit. You know what they call it? Kit. A suit for every night they just staying on the platform and it costing more than their salary. And his young fellas misguided. I used to sit down and talk to them. You know, right now, you could call platform offshore and ask a lot of the fellas now who's platform supervisor and maintenance supervisor and thing, who responsible for where they are today. And they're not Indian. So let these fellas them dismiss with the dotishness and keep portraying the idiocy of PNM and keep the people down.
Yeah.
You feel I want to live in a country where I seen people suffering like this when I know for a fact that they could have been better off than where they are today? But them go can't understand that. Have a good afternoon. I take up too much time to explain.
Yeah, no
foolishness,
problem, no problem. You could get our time, bro.
Yeah.
You could get our time. Let me tell you something, right? You know what does amaze me? Eric has already come to the understanding that he hates my program. He hates being here. But yet still he listens every day. And that is what has amazed me. Now, Patricia Reed, she's special. We love she. Patricia Reed will always get her forward in the YouTube chat. Right? Hold on, Let me take this call. Caller, good afternoon.
Obi and Kingsley, good night.
Good night, sir.
Obi, you ever hear a song, a calypso, called African Identity by Maestro?
No,
I
but
don't
I think you know send it. I see you now send it here.
Right. I want you to play that for Eric and them to understand what African identity is about.
Okay then.
Right? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And that is the reality of it, right? He comes here every day to listen in. And you see, the thing about him, what he can't stand is he cannot dictate my narrative. He can't sway me. It upsets him to know that an individual who is younger wasn't brainwashed by the PNM. He can't stand that Kingsley has a different point of view. And if it was up to him, you know what he would prefer? He would prefer somebody of lower intelligence sitting down in this seat. Somebody that he could dictate. Right? Because you see where you would call in on Stefan and the other guy's show and they would give him a little leeway to talk. I don't tolerate nonsense. Right? I don't tolerate it. I will give you a leeway to talk. And that is why just now when he started to talk about the program, this and the program, let me tell you something. The program bothers you. All the comments and the messages that we just get and the station does get is that people love the show. You are the only person who are bothered and triggered by this program, Eric.
Just Eric, we just study Eric.
Caller, good afternoon.
Eric 4. Eric getting paid to do Windy. Yeah. Caller, you're live.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
One quick thing again.
Yeah.
People like to push this narrative that the Zoso, especially the opposition, was targeting the young black African man, right?
Eric and them.
When they had Operation Anaconda, where's the areas it was tackling? When they had Operation Strike Back, under the same PNM, where's the areas these people
lead them now, man. Lead them.
When Patrick Manning had his so-called peace treaty meeting in then holiday.
And then men started drop like flies. Yeah.
One was from the Harp, from Beatum, from Sealat, from Sinbabs, from Mova, from Sawa. Here are all the areas.
Yeah.
Here are all the areas these men was from.
Yeah.
So that is the crime problem areas, and these are the PNM diehard so-called oppressed areas.
Yeah.
PNM would take where a field where these youths just kick football in the evening. Put a pool, don't maintain the pool, so they can't kick no football and they can't use the pool.
Yeah. Close down our homework center because a man just went against them and supported UNC with something. A homework center that was meant to empower youths.
Very vindictive. Very vindictive.
I tell you, Eric had a Miss Me TBS.
And I want to say this before the next call, Obi. Because Obi, you know, I come from being a caller, right?
Yeah.
And Eric never calling on 91.1 when Pastor Google was here and Sean Felix was here. Sean Felix was in the morning time. Pastor Google was in the evening, right? Aisha was to come. The contract, they didn't sign, so she didn't come. I don't know why. But I and many others couldn't call 91.1.
Really?
Eric, I am telling you. And I called the name.
I stopped now, not cutting here, but I stopped listening to talk radio when they did that, did Aisha dirty. Yeah. So I stopped. So that's probably why I don't know Eric, but I know overall the junior and all the others.
The reason why I call the talk show's name, because I could bring 10 people who should call on radio. Couldn't call 91.9 when they was here. So when Eric
91.1.
That's 91.1. I couldn't call it too. Because they cut me off.
Wow.
Eric still getting time here because I say I'm Obi, give my blind.
Yeah.
I was beg for him. Give my blind, Obi. Because
I just stick it again.
Yeah. Because I believe that everybody have a contribution to make. I might not agree with your opinion, but everybody has something to say, right? But my problem is that when they come to attack me or attack the host, I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I have a serious problem with that because I couldn't call here.
Yeah.
And many callers could call in and testify that they couldn't call Sean Felix program and pass a Google program when they was here. So Eric had it. Eric is my friend, but Hull with that. Yes, with UNC.
Caller, good afternoon.
Eric, what tribe does he belong to? The Watusi? The Pygmies? Well, what tribe does he belong to?
Well, I try to figure out because the man sees African.
Yeah, and why he's not in solidarity with the Tutsi and the Hutsi?
Apparently.
Boko Haram.
Listen.
All the things that they're doing down there.
Dunce.
Yeah, but they do an injustice to God Sinclair. That was the guy.
Yeah.
Who had his homework centers and so on.
God Christopher.
So, and here is also. You know how much black youth, as it is called them, or whatever it is down the East West Corridor, will there be doctors, lawyers, teachers, offshore workers, engineers, and so on?
Yeah.
They deprive a whole generation, man.
Exactly.
Exactly. Brilliant people down the East West Corridor and all these places, man. So they deprive them from raising the flag.
Yeah.
So they have them all over dragging the flag down.
Thanks, caller. You see now, I don't feel Or else when Bagpaw talk, I understand Bagpaw.
Yeah.
Because my brain open. I learn from Bagpaw and them.
Mm.
Bagpaw them give me encouragement how to grow up my children.
Mm.
How to teach my children the right way.
Mm.
How to lead in front as a parents.
Mhm.
Make sure that they sacrifice, that your children could come doctors and lawyers, engineers, somebody good in society.
Mhm.
Don't, when a child is 17, 18, go and look for work. No.
Yeah.
Why is the children growing up, you save money for them.
Yep.
You open a bank account in the name. So when they reach 18 and 19, that is their money. It have over 30, 60, 70,000 dollars there because while they was growing, you was saving money. You know you have a plan to send your children to university. While they going primary school, secondary school, you save money. So when they reach that age and they get for the school, you could further educate them.
Yep.
And I understand Satmaraj, I understand Bagpaw, I understand East Indian, and I love them.
Yeah.
They give me that inspiration.
Yeah. See, I could agree to that. I
wouldn't criticize them.
I learn a lot from them. Way more than I was learning from my own.
But my own people.
I'll be honest with that.
Because my own people, let me tell you this, Obi, if I go and do business, I will look around in the place and I will go by East Indian. Before I go by my own people, because I will get treated better. I believe so. I don't go by African people.
Yeah.
They have a way. They hoggish. They don't know how to talk. So I will go.
And it's not all of them because we don't want to broad brush.
No, yes.
But there is certain things that your customer service will just be different.
Yes.
Right? It comes like sometimes when I tell people like fast food, my children and I we rather go out of the area to buy fast food.
Let me tell you
buy it in the area because of
if it have a
service.
P&M road here and a UNC road here, I driving a nice vehicle. Where if you were road, I'm going down. I'm going down the UNC road. If I go down the P&M road, I will get robbed. I will get shoot. They will take all my tires. I will end up on the rims. I'm on the rims and all.
But look how simple thing as the car broke down on the bottom the other night and people ran out to rob them.
Run out.
You understand? And let me tell you something, eh? Hold on, let me take some.
Yeah, take some call. Take the call.
Caller, good afternoon.
Sorry about that, caller. Call back. Sorry about that.
Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to the program.
Good afternoon, sir.
And I want to agree with Kingsley. If I had to make the same decision, I shall buy East Indian for you. Now, let me tell you something. They not only can't talk and do business, they're disrespectful as well and they're dishonest.
Yep.
Monday, right? I come down here. Now, I don't normally eat doubles and things, so if I eat 10 doubles, I have a certain place where I just go. But Monday, when I come down here, the people who others normally buy from, there wasn't there. That is East Indian people. Yeah. But by Mova Junction, by the Panya there, right? It's our African girl who does sell doubles there. So I just decided, I said, well, I'll get you a little sales much because it's the second time I'm buying some shit. Now, the first time I had no problem. When I went there, tell a couple of people, but when it was my turn to buy, all I actually for was a doubles and a pie. Now, our doubles is $6 and a pie is $6. I give the woman $20. You know what my woman give me back? $2. I didn't bother to argue with she, to embarrass she, because what she do, she take out an extra $5. Knowing what she do, because I had the change, but I choose to give her the change.
But I get robbed.
Because just to get some shit.
They get robbed.
Kingsley, let me tell you something. I don't have time to lie on people. The lady willfully
do that. Wow. Oh, boy.
I'm telling you, I'm not Kingsley. I don't have to. Let me tell you something. At this stage in my life, I don't have time.
Because the double is the double is $6. The pie is $6. Right, $12. Right.
That 12. I give the woman $20. The woman give me back how much? $2. I'm not lying to tell you. So me tell she nothing.
She take out $6 extra.
I gone home. Listen to this now. I gone home and I said in my head, I say how to go and talk to this girl, boy. I come the next day and listen what I do. I said, good morning. I said, how much for one pie and a double? You know what the girl tell me? Yeah. She said $13. I leave she right there because I had my transportation with me. I went across.
So the price went up by
$1. And them, by the Eastern and the man buy and I pass by she unless she see. But I tell in a play, listen to me. You see, they're doing people thing, right? And they're robbing. I had to tell you, saying that I say, look at that people, they're practicing all the thing and they're robbing people in the process. And they tell you, the gospel and they should be double all that period. But you see, they're not only disrespectful, they are also dishonest. honest. And like they just watch people and know who easy because I know the disrespect, but I will come in and nicely and deal with it, but they watch me and say, I look easy now.
Oh, God.
But if they only know who they was playing with, I just think about just showing you. If I had to make a decision, I support the Indian in shoot. I'm telling you, if I can't deal with them, I go by the Chinese.
Thanks, Mova.
Well, yeah, we're going to people.
Go for a break,
take
back
a
for a
real
break, and we
quick
come
break,
back. Yes.
and then we'll come back and we'll take some more of your calls because the thing real nice this afternoon.
This is Talk City 91.1. 91.1.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look.
Carnival is calling. Relive the awakening, the official launch of Tobago's Carnival 2026. Saturday, June 20th at 8:35 p.m. Watch on TTT or stream live at TTT Live Online. Experience the excitement, the energy, the culture. This is Tobago Carnival. So, people, we hope we will see you there. Enjoy the carnival for me and you. And we are back inside. Taking your calls.
Yes.
Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to all the listeners.
Good afternoon, sir.
What I would like to say is, firstly, no one wins the race in racism. I am not here to speak race. I'm here to speak facts. I call in on this program many times. I travel the world, my brother, and everywhere I go, what we are speaking about right now is not a Trinidad problem. It's a problem that exists throughout the world. All where I go, our people is on the bottom on everything that we do. Let me quote something from Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey is a millionaire. She went to New Zealand, walking in a restaurant. They said, we don't serve the N-word here. She had to walk out. She started to cry. Why? Because these people and them have a project they had on we that we call slavery. This thing started from there. In the sense of, if I take a guy and put him to work in the house, not properly dressed, but better than the fellow who is in the, what they call the field, the man who is in the field will be looking at him in a disrespectful way. So they are separating us the way how we dress and all. And then I take a shoe and I put it on his foot and I leave you bare feet. So he look better. And we only looking down at each other. Plus, when we go into the institutions that they build, it's their image we bowing down to all the time. Let me show you something that is very serious, my brother. A Jew come to Trinidad, sorry for using the word, but I can't describe him no other how. And he see a swastika. I don't know if you know what a swastika is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But that is the sign of the Nazi. He vexed with all Trinidadians for having that up, you know. Why? Because he know what his people pass through and not him personally. So we have to look at, when we're talking about our people, we're looking for a situation or solution to fix all of us.
Thanks, caller.
And not me alone.
Thanks, caller. We already discussing race here. Yeah. Good.
All right, caller, good afternoon.
Yeah. Caller, you're live.
Yes. Obi.
Yo.
Kingsley, no, something I want to tell you all. I mean, for the longest while, you know, I was talking from the uprising in 1970. And between me and you, Eric William had no money to run this country. It's the Black Power movement bring all the money to Trinidad and Tobago, and the black people didn't get anything from it. The last thing he did, because BP and Shell run from here, Texaco remain. Eric William buy Texaco for $93 million. And that's how we own the oil industry, and it never benefit the people in Trinidad and Tobago. You understand?
Yeah.
I can give all the more history. I know Kingsley, me and Kingsley bunks up in the march party. The last thing I get is tear gas. That's why I'm still worried about. Because you know, I ain't saying good under that tear gas. So I looking for Heinz still.
Wow.
Right? But I go call all there. More time as we go along.
Yeah. Okay, we have a voice note here.
Good afternoon. Kingsley and Obi, good evening. You know, I just enjoy all the program on the station because it's very informative. You know, sometimes I mightn't be able to call and debate or anything like that, but I just be most thankful to hear fellas like all you coming out on an evening or during the day to talk these kind of talk. You see, Eric and the PNM, all they don't get them all that energy now. Let them all.
I miss all. I miss all. I see I miss all.
All. Caller, good afternoon.
Hey, good night, Obi, Kingsley. How are you going? Very good. How are you?
Panadol.
You're changing name to more like Motrin 500, yes?
I want to pick up San Fernando General. I've been injured there.
You injured?
I'll get through it.
You get injured?
Yeah, the boat man.
Estimate, when you're drinking your water, stay inside. Bagpo, when you're drinking your water, I'm sorry, Bagpo, Pinal.
Oh, God, hey.
When you're drinking your water, stay inside.
Talk to that brother.
Yeah, go talk to him.
Thank you very much. Yeah, stay inside. We're going outside and drinking your water.
So it have another
June.
PNM Pinata sycophant, right, of the Pipers National Movement. He just come in the comment section. He always trying to get my attention every day.
Yeah.
But here what is he seeing?
Give him a second.
You no misread. I'll never call your name and you no forward. You understand? You sit down inside of that comment section and you'll bump your yap from day to day and I'll sit down and laugh. You'll never get no forward. You's no misread.
Obi, as we head to the last 50 minutes of the program, Obi, I am very concerned today that we taking resources, what we could put to solve crime and to help other things. Where I'm going with this? We have too much young girls disappearing and repairing. I'm concerned about that. And when they come back, we knowing where they went.
No, here why they don't tell us where they went. Because I know where she went, but I
know
get
she,
the S.
right?
But I cannot. Let me tell you why they don't.
Nobody don't get hold.
No, here why, right? Because they know if they make it public, the citizens will come down on the child very bad, and the child. Chances are the child have access to social media and they'll see the things we're saying and it could mess with the child.
But we call them.
So that's why they don't make it public.
We call them foul, right? Because too much of young girls again, Obi, disappearing and appearing. Like there's some kind of magical. I don't know what's going on in this country. I am saying this. It is time. Yes, I'm going there. It is time for we to bring laws that we could charge these children on them.
These little girls.
These little girls on them.
Yeah.
Because you're putting the whole country, everybody sharing your video, sharing your things. People consume, people pray.
Days to them
days, they go on and having fun for days. People, Bobby, people praying. People send them, people go home and kneel down and say, oh God, Father God, please bring back that child. And ain't knowing, you're wasting your prayers.
But let me ask you something. How come the Pipers National Movement they keep no candlelight for that missing girl? They only had one pack of candle or take that.
And some of them, when they reach back home, at home now. The ones social media and they post up, at home, I'm back home. Where you looking for me for? 16, 17, 13, 15.
Yeah.
They just disappearing and paying back. Yes, I mean. Obi, I do not post up. No missing child, no missing young girl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't do it.
I'm sorry. I want to do it, Obi, because you never know if it's serious or fake. You never know if a child really get kidnapped or a child gone really missing. But when every time 10 out 1, you might see a child gone missing or a child get killed in that scene. But most of them go in and have fun. Real fun they go in and have. And we need to bring laws for that. And I don't care.
Yeah.
Because you're wasting our whole country. Our whole country praying and crying for you. Our whole country sharing your picture. And you having fun in a dark hole.
That is a mushroom. Let me tell you something, Kingsley, there's so much things that have to change, but I have no doubt that this government will do it. I know that they are looking into passing legislation to hold parents accountable for the action of their children. And I think it's about time because plenty parents would have gotten, messed up with these things. And it's like I say, it's opportunities. She has to really focus on what is going on with young people in the country and see how best they could open up that doors. And not only that, you have to be able to open them up to other opportunities too. I remember that, and this is to show you how, boy, watch that. When you don't know nothing about nothing, it is be a sad thing, I remember when I told people, that my boys, they play hockey and rugby and thing. You know what's the thing that came out? Came out? Rich people sports. I was like, what? Kingsley, that sport is accessible to any child, Any child, But they believe that because it's hockey, you have to be going some fancy school or something. What if I told you that one of the best hockey teams that have in Trinidad and Tobago is Southeast Port of Spain?
You see, we do have a big hockey team that, like how America or England or Germany, You know what I mean?
No, Kingsley.
No, we have I think we have a national hockey team, you know.
Kingsley,
but what
we
I'm
are
saying,
real hockey teams in this country.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, it's not recognized like out there.
Who tell you that? Kingsley, the thing recognized. Let me tell you what. Listen, I'm going to say this, and I want to say this afternoon to you, Kings.
That what the child say is a rich people sports.
Kingsley,
OB.
let me tell you something.
Here we go.
When I tell you that from our education system, all the way up to sports and everything, the PNM did a segregation line through it. So they make people from poor constituencies believe that they can play rugby, they can play hockey, they can play golf. You have to go to prestige school for that. But I am telling you, Kingsley, there are hockey clubs that take any child that could come. They even go as far as to chip up money to help children get gears that don't have. You want me to tell you what is the problem, Kingsley? Nobody goes into these communities and shows them that it has a pipeline there. And let me tell you why I say that. The other day, Nelson Street Keeper Sports Day. We didn't see Scotland there at all. What PNM put on Nelson Street to the bottom of Nelson Street?
Despa's Panyard?
Despa's Panyard. That when pan keeping is cause a set of traffic and block up the road, right?
Because they need police there, but I hope not now.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, here was my thing. Why PNM didn't clear 2 lot of land because that's some old structures there and give them a savannah? Why they didn't do that?
No, but what be the history that there was right there, next door to we there, on a Rising Road there, and they moved them a nice spot.
Yeah.
A nice spot, but Obi,
okay. Yeah. What about the school that was on Piccadilly Street there?
They don't care about that
school.
They
closed down.
Obi, don't go there.
What
Obi,
about?
Don't go.
What about
there.
Bethlehem? Kingsley, I went
Don't
Bethlehem.
go there, Obi.
What about the next school on the highway,
Obi,
right on the ramp as you're going up the highway?
Obi, don't go there, please. We don't have time for that. Tomorrow we speak about that, Obi. We don't speak. Obi, I get a headache one time. Because I've been fighting for these schools and I'm called it, Obi. I've been fighting. Some children had to come get up early morning, wait for the bus to carry them by chunk because the share in school. And we have 3 primary government school there. 10 years, bro. And pay them and do nothing to fix none of the school on them.
Them schools Obi, rotting away, bro.
None of the school on them.
Anyway,
Obi,
we go deal with schools tomorrow.
Taking some call, but Obi,
Caller, good afternoon.
You give it me a minute, Kingsley?
Go ahead, Eric.
There's not Kingsley show. There's not Kingsley show.
Go ahead, Eric.
No, there's not Kingsley show.
Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, Kingsley and Obi.
Yes, go ahead.
There was a cricketer from Cuba by the name of Blacks. He made the West Indies team. He went on a tour of Australia. During the tour, he went to a club in Perth with another West Indian from down up the islands. The hooligans in the club met them outside the bar and they beat them to a pulp. When they was finished beating him and he was interviewed by the media, he said he discovered that the people in that pub thought that they were Africans and they didn't realize that they were West Indians. Because they don't like Africans at all.
Eric. Thanks, Eric. See, Eric, that race talk, Eric.
Caller, good afternoon.
I give you a thing, man, that race talk.
Right, hold on, I want to clear up what Eric now see there, right? No. Here what I want to clear up. Stark. The first time Stark, for all of you all who know Stark is a UNC supporter. He's a young man. The first time Stark went to London, I remember me and Stark having a conversation. And I was so inspired by what he said. He said that I need to make a video about it. Hold on, WhatsApp caller. Hold on, UNC and Proud. Right? He said, and I told Stark you need to make a video about it. And Stark did. Stark said that when he met African people in England, they wanted nothing to do with him.
Yeah, that's the new.
He said they referred to him as a Caribbean slave baby.
Yep.
He was not recognized as an African. He was recognized as a Caribbean slave baby.
Yes. Right?
Let me go ahead. UNC and proud.
Yeah, you got time going.
Good evening, Obi and Kingsley, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yep.
That is why we got to bring back the love, like the long time days, and share the love. Because you know why? You see, Eric and the next one from somewhere down in Barataya side there, them fellas them never had true love. I know what love is about. Fatherly love and family love. Because, you know, the party, they decide to choose, even though like African people. And we're only talking about the schools for the last 10 years. It hurt my heart to see that the African children, right, diaspora is being shortchanged time and time again. And these fellas and them support a party and promoting a party to be in power to suffer the African race.
But
Why?
don't worry, I come to schools tomorrow.
Right, okay, so tomorrow please God.
Yeah.
I hope I get it and I want my
Yeah,
time.
you again, trust me.
And you know, I don't have to quote with it, but I'm hearing some news that my friend he gets some lash in jail. He gets some beat up.
Serious that? Who's that, loud boat?
Yeah, the man who chatting people in the gods.
Oh God. But
they said I see Jason having a video cussing and saying he gets some lash.
Lord,
so I tell her, oh my
Lord,
gosh, boy, we.
Let me tell you something, eh?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That when Stark told me that is how they refer to, he said, brother, you know what is the thing I had to learn in England really fast? I said, what is that? He said, you have to seek out Caribbean people like yourself. He said you have to seek out Indian people like Indian people from the Caribbean and African people from the Caribbean, right? I said African. He said, well, not African, but he said, you know what I mean? Caribbean people, black Caribbean people. He said, because African people don't acknowledge us. And when he said that, I laughed because I told him, I said, there are things that I don't conform to. Eric and them could never come and beat the slavery card drum in my ears. And let me tell you why I'll say that. The only person who has the right to tell me anything about slavery and the oppression of slavery, they done dead and gone.
The slavery
Slavery
who went through it
only matters to me personally. Slavery only matters to the people who went through it and the people who came right after them, who was children while that was taking
and them
place.
gone too.
If you are trying to tell me that the reason why you cannot get ahead in life in 2026 is because of slavery, then clearly you just wake up in the morning and chew Balizi as chewing gum. Because there is nothing keeping back anybody from excelling if you truly want to. There is no door that is truly kept closed. If you want through a door, you make yourself get through that door. And again, this is why I said, this is where the PNM pinata, the ignorance comes in. Let's take some calls. Caller, good afternoon.
All right, okay. Only Kingsley, before you go this evening, right, I would like to request one song if that is possible. You see the song called Come Let Us Build a Nation Together? I would like to hear that tonight. And if they can't lead themselves to reach somewhere, well, then they definitely can't lead me neither. So they better keep the advice to themselves.
True.
Thank you.
Caller, good afternoon.
Yes, as I was saying, those young people in the first corridor, they are brilliant people, but they are been denied the opportunity to grow to the same people who they support all the time.
Who denied them?
Well, you know who we're talking about.
Who? No, I don't know who you're talking about. Who denied them?
That's the PNM supporters on this.
Okay.
But those young folks, those people down there is brilliant people.
Yeah, they are.
But they deny them the opportunity to move forward, man. So what happened now? They keep targeting the other races and create a kind of hatred like they did them something, man.
Yeah. No, well, I agree with you. Because I thought I was going to say Indians deny we or white man deny we.
No.
Call
good
PNM,
afternoon.
how we so?
Gentlemen, good night.
Good night.
You know, that is not the only man I hear talking that stupidness about slavery. How the African people are trying to be with her.
Yeah.
He is not the only one, so it seems like it's a PNM thing.
Yeah. It's a narrative they pump into the head.
They are suffering from something called post-traumatic election disorder. They ain't get accustomed to it yet.
Yeah.
Okay? Over a year now, it's the same sickness all of them have.
Yeah.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
And I think you call it again. And before,
Right.
yes. Eric like to go and do his research. Eric, go now and find out if in South Africa, if they're running Africans from Africa, Africans who in Bondi,
Yeah.
they're running them right now.
Yeah, they are.
They're running them right as I speak to you. As I tell them one thing, I stand with Eric with them say, there's no more like India, there's no more like Africa, but it's more Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back Africa. I have no passport, Obi.
Exactly.
If
you know how I used to laugh every time I hear people talk that shit.
I never want to leave here. I'm a patriot here.
Let me tell you something, Kingsley. I tell you, I can't be the prime minister of this country. Because watch out, the minute you ball, take me back to Mother Africa, I book in your flight. I book in your flight. And I find it. And listen, I book in your flight and I'm making sure they drop you. I ain't want them drop you in Africa where it's a thing. I want them drop you in the middle of the desert.
Obi, I respect what my ancestors them do for me. I respect what my ancestors them do for me. First up, I thank them for everything that they did for me. I don't want to part of Africa. It is not my motherland. I don't believe God black and all this madness. That's not my concern.
Yeah.
When I watch you, I watch Bagpo, I watch that Chinese man, I see God. God make all of us. That's why I see God. Right? So I don't know no African.
And not only that, we're going to say this, and I'm saying this on our closing. We have one caller. Let me take this caller.
Fast.
Caller, good afternoon. Gang, right?
Seconds.
Let me tell you something. And I want all you to understand this. When I walk the street, I see Trinidad and Tobago people.
Yes.
And I don't care what none of you tell me. I will always be Trinidad first. Not PNM, not UNC, Trinidad first. You understand? And I am convinced that the government that I supporting right now is Trinidad first.
Yep.
They ain't leaving nobody behind.
None behind.
So, Eric.
Hall.
Yeah, what's going on, brother? Find the nearest pirogue and go back to Africa.
You would never go back there. You would
Trinidad
never go back
and Tobago. Make a better version of yourself every day. And remember, you cannot become a first world nation with a third world mentality. We are gone.
Africa don't